request our eminent dignitaries to kindly take their seats on the dais. I would like to request our director, Ms. Nandini Sahai, to kindly escort Dr. Mashelkar. May I now request our president, Mr. Yatin Kapodkar, to kindly welcome the media persons and start the program.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you for the launch of all Goa Essay Competition 2014. At this moment, I'm happy for three reasons. First is ICG is doing a program jointly with Goa University. Goa University is a national constituency of ICG because we have some common objects. ICG also has a focus and emphasis on research, on developing, encouraging academic output, on encouraging, developing ideational thought processes. So in this sense, we have a natural synergy with Goa University. And this competition helps us come together in our pursuit of generating ideas. I am also happy for a second reason, is ICG is now able to reach out to the student youth of Goa. The students of Goa are the future of Goa. They are the people who can take our society forward. It's very important that we encourage an ideational culture in the youth of Goa. And they are the ones who can solve problems of society. Very often we expect only government to solve problems of society. But government has a limited role. After all, it is the society which takes society forward. And this is what we are trying to emphasize in this program. The third reason why I am very happy is that this program, this essay competition, has the support of two eminent thought leaders, Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar and Dr. Satish Shetty. They have been personally mentoring this competition in the hope that the students, the youth of Goa, will come with innovative ideas. They will participate in a process of ideational thinking, not only for this competition, but in the years to come. With these few words, I conclude my welcome address. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. After this brief about the essay competition co-organized by ICG and Goa University, we would now like to request Dr. Mashelkar to launch the logo of this competition. And also request Dr. Mashelkar and all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly unveil the poster for the competition. In addition to the poster, which has brief information as far as the whole competition is concerned, we also have the web page linked to our website, which has the detailed information about the essay competition, what we expect the participants to do, and the rules of the competition. May I request the Vice Chancellor of Goa University, Dr. Shetty, to kindly launch the web page. Our essay competition, why we have chosen the topic, the relevance and importance of the topic, what we expect the participants to include in the essays that they are going to submit, and the detailed rules. It also includes the messages from Dr. Mashelkar and Dr. Shetty endorsing and supporting the competition. With this, may I request Dr. Mashelkar to kindly make his remarks, and then Dr. Shetty.
Distinguished dais and my friends, you might be wondering about these dark glasses. I was undergone a cataract surgery. This is my 8th day, and my doctors have advised me not to travel. And against doctor's advice, I'm here because this event I would not have missed in any way. Tomorrow I'm undergoing an intervention, surgical intervention in Pune, but I thought I must be here. We have been so deeply involved in this grand endeavor, if I may put it this way, as a partnership between Goa University and ICG. You will remember that when we launched the Goa 2035 vision and also talked about the roadmap, we had actually, while drawing this up, very extensive consultations with young people. We had individual meetings, group meetings, and so on and so forth, because they are going to determine what Goa 2035 will be. Not much because of this word. We are across 70 now. The future is in their hands, isn't it? Now, actually, a lot that has been said here, one will imagine that the government has a big role to play. Of course, government has a big role to play. But we have a big role to play. The society has a big role to play. All right? And that responsibility we cannot shirk. And therefore, creating this awareness among the youth about their responsibility is very important. They have the right to dream, and they have the right to create the Goa of their dreams. So this is a part of that grand design that ICG and Goa University have worked out. Now, why Human Development Index? Human Development Index, because as you know, it measures parameters that are vital to the society. Education on one hand, life expectancy on the other hand, the decent standards of living on the third hand, and they have to be at a very advanced level. I don't know how many of you were present when I received the honor of Gomanta Vibhushan in Kala Academy. And at that time I had said that Goa should not be comparing the Human Development Index with India. It's not difficult to beat the Indian index at all. We have to compare ourselves with the best in the world. All right, set completely different benchmarks. So the idea is to sensitize the young people now to what is the best in the world and how we can achieve that. That is the aim of this competition. Because if you raise your aspirations, then only can you go there, isn't it? That's number one. Number two, if you see Goa's current position, we are doing very well. In comparison to India, there is no issue. Our gross domestic product is higher by around factor of 3 in comparison to the rest of the world, rest of India. If you look at our literacy rate, as against India 74%, we are 87%. So we are already higher. You see our infant mortality, 10 in 1,000, right? In comparison to India, which is 44. So we are 4 times better, like that. But is it worth comparing ourselves with India? For example, when we say India is 44, what about the advanced countries? Japan is just 2. Sweden is 2.73, France is 3, South Korea is 4, isn't it? So we have a long way to go. No use comparing with India, we have to aim higher. The other issue in this is that we have to also think very carefully about the fact that there are countries which are neighboring, which are poorer than us, who are doing better than us. Take Bangladesh, for example. You know, India's infant mortality rate moved from 49 to 44 in 10 years, in 3 years, whereas Bangladesh moved from 40 to 33. Sri Lanka moved from 9 to 8. I repeat, India 44, okay, Bangladesh 33 and Sri Lanka 8. Bangladesh is poorer than us, but their infant mortality rate is better than us, and Sri Lanka is far better. You know, so I think we want our young people also to think as to how our neighboring regions are even doing better. The last point is, you will find that as far as the Human Development Index is concerned, it does certain things, but it doesn't do other things. It looks at long and healthy life, it looks at knowledge, it looks at decent standard of living. But there are more subtle issues like the inequalities this slide doesn't look at. So we hope very much that the time will come when our young people from Goa will be able to propose even a better Human Development Index. You remember who actually created the Human Development Index for UNDP? There were two people, and one of them was Amartya Sen, our own. And I hope there will be a young Amartya Sen from Goa who will be able to think of quality of life and other indicators which are very, very critical, and will be able to do that. So therefore, this essay competition is not just about numbers and just about dreaming, but it's going quantitative, not just qualitative, not just about saying that we become better from good or best from better. That's not the idea of the essay. Innovation, new ideas are going to be fundamental, basically. All right? So main criterion is going to be, do you have path-breaking ideas? And we don't have much time. As you can see, the strict target that we are talking about is 2025. All right? So we don't have much time. How can we accelerate? And that we cannot do without innovation. So I personally believe that this essay competition is something that will trigger the energy, the thought, the enthusiasm, will inspire our young, basically, to dream, but while dreaming, create a roadmap. Because they just shouldn't say what we want to be or why we want to be, but they have to show how we want to be. All right? And as innovative as possible. That will be the kind of benchmark. The cash prize is another thing, but more important than the cash prize is the fact that a young man is going to say, or a young girl is going to say, I dreamt about Goa in this manner, and I thought about how to sort of do it. And finally, we hopefully believe that they will say, not just about thinking, but doing, because the power of idea is there, but power of execution is critical, and we don't just leave it to others, we do it ourselves. I think that is the big idea. I feel very privileged that I've been able to attain this. I would not have missed this for anything, including a cataract surgery. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Sethi to make his remarks?
First of all, let me compliment the International Center Goa for this initiative that provides a platform to the students of Goa to think in terms of policy for the future of Goa, for achieving the Goa of the dreams, of our dreams. Now, one of the more important things about this competition, as Dr. Mashilkar pointed out, is to encourage innovation, is to encourage young people to think about how do we achieve a future of our liking. But the interesting thing about this competition is that it emphasizes the importance of reaching that goal through a plan that will take us there. Now, if you want to convert your dreams into a plan, you have to think quantitatively. You have to think, how am I going to achieve a particular index value over the next 15 years? What do I need to do? How much of investment would be required? And that is the purpose behind this competition, why it talks of Human Development Index. You may be aware, these numbers have been talked about quite a lot. Goa's higher education enrollment ratio, often called gross enrollment ratio in higher education, GER, is one of the highest in the country. Every 1 out of 3 students born in Goa goes to college. The average for the whole country is less than 20%. It's something of the order of 18%. The country, in fact, hopes to achieve a rate of about 33% over the next decade. So as far as the education is concerned, as far as the enrollment in education is concerned, we are doing reasonably well. But then we should also ask the question, so we have achieved access to education. What about excellence in education? What about quality of education? And everybody has certain aspirations in terms of that. What about access to education to those who do not prefer to go through the route that is often followed? You go to higher secondary, you go to college, you go for a degree, a higher degree, and so on. There are people who feel that what they would like to have is a skill that is employable, and they would achieve excellence in it through experience in employment. And that's a different kind of a thought. And we have to give consideration to all these thoughts if we are to achieve a consensus on how each one of the various sections of the community are going to move forward in achieving the Goa of our dreams. This essay competition provides an opportunity to students of Goa, to the youth of Goa, to put their thoughts in a quantitative fashion, so that if the government tomorrow decides that we do need a roadmap, we do need a plan to implement a certain idea, I believe these essay competitions will provide at least a food for thought for them. So let me wish the competition all the best. Goa University is proud to be associated with this enterprise, and I assure you we'll provide everything, or will do everything we can to convert this into a meaningful exercise both for the society and the government. Thank you.
The state of Goa. So what do you feel about it now that the government has not even formed the committee that was required, and not much has happened with regards to the vision document?
After we have submitted the report, the Chief Minister has thought about it very seriously, because I met him at least 2 times after the meeting. He is very keen on its implementation, and implementation doesn't have to be necessarily through a committee, by the way, all right? Because there are individual regulations pertaining to education, pertaining to health, pertaining to different aspects. And I understand that these have been all given to different departments, so as to say.
So, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Mashelkar. Thank you, Dr. Shetty. Thank you, Mr. Kodkar. Before we end, let me request our director to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all of you. On behalf of the International Center Goa, it gives me great pleasure to thank all of you for coming here. I'm immensely grateful to our President, Mr. Yatin Thakurkar, our eminent trustee, Dr. Mashelkar, and the Vice Chancellor of Goa University, Dr. Satish Shetty, for their unstinting support towards this essay competition, Ideas Unleashed. Through this competition, we endeavor to promote, as has already been told to you, literacy, expression, and creativity among young people by celebrating excellence and imagination. We hope this competition gives young people from diverse backgrounds a platform to express their views about the world, about Goa, and their dreams for the future. The students of the essay are expected to, who are going to be participating in this essay competition, are expected to demonstrate their ability to stimulate and provoke discussions about important issues like poverty, sustainable development, gender inequality, child labor, and universal education, etc. All these works are the parameters of HDI. I also extend my gratitude to the media persons here today, and hope they will provide us the much needed coverage to help publicize this noble effort. We really like a large number of students to contribute to this pilot discourse on innovative ideas for raising Goa's Human Development Index to the very high Human Development Group level by 2025. The role of government and society, which I strongly believe will conduce some much needed awareness towards human development in our state. We are grateful to all the support to ensure that these worthwhile and rewarding programs flourish at the ICG, and hope you will help us make this program a success. Thank you very much, and we really look forward to you writing and promoting this. Thank you very much.